All right. Hold on. I haven't used that before. I haven't used that in a while. All right then. Men and women of culture, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Senzu. We're back at it again. Back on another video. Missed you guys for a bit. And yeah, similar to what I've said in the previous videos, it's Final Fantasy February. This is going to be the last Final Fantasy video, and probably for a while. But I've really enjoyed talking about Final Fantasy. I've really enjoyed talking about just things I enjoy about Final Fantasy, things I love about the game, things I love about the franchise, and just getting ready to actually dive into that Final Fantasy 7 Rebirth and actually making out with Tifa. Ooh. But before we do that, I have one more idea in regards to something fun to end this whole Final Fantasy phase with a bang, right? So picture this. You know how we have that age-old conversation about who would win in the battle between Superman and Goku, and how most people think Superman will probably win, but if you have any sense, you would say it's Goku. Leave in the comment section down below who you guys would think between Superman and Goku. Anyways, that's beside the point. But what we are talking about today is something similar to that, and we're talking about two very important Final Fantasy protagonists. We're talking about Clive Rosfield and obviously Cloud Strife. We're going to figure out who is the best protagonist between these two in three phases. We have power levels or power scale, and we have character development, how much you actually love the character, how much the development of the character is actually real. And we have the last one, which I am not going to say. You have to wait to the end of this video to actually figure out what exactly it's going to be, but I guarantee you it's probably going to be something you're not going to expect. But without further ado, let's hop into the actual competition. Disclaimer, this is all from me. This is what I think. This is how I feel, which is why this is going to be a very open discussion for everyone to jump into. Let's start something here. Without further ado, let's hop back into it. When it comes to power scale level, right? We have, two games in the same franchise, but with most of the JRPG games, every single JRPG game has its own story, its own world building, its own plots, its own power levels defined. So it's not exactly a fair comparison, but who gives a shit? I'm still going to do it. So we have the world of Final Fantasy 16, where people actually have magic and people actually have powers, and you actually have icons who are like more or less summons, but icons are like actually god figures. Whereas in Final Fantasy 7, it's more of material based power level moves. You have the people who are created from Mako, the soldiers, Sephiroth, Zack Fair, Cloud, Genesis, and Jill, the whole group. And then obviously this is more of like a sci-fi world where everything's based on material. Your summons are based on material, your spells are based on material, what have you. So when we're looking at Cloud Strife and Clive Rosfield, I think it's easy to say Clive would actually beat the fuck out of Cloud, especially within the power scale, because let's think about it, right? You're dealing with a man that has the power of gods, literally. The summons in Final Fantasy VII are seen as gods in Final Fantasy 16. So you're dealing with a man who has all the power of Titan, Bahamut, Odin. When you're dealing with someone like that, you're dealing with someone who is basically a god. So this is basically similar to Superman versus Goku. This is like Clive Rosfield versus Cloud Strife. In my honest opinion, as much as Cloud is, yes, set above everyone in the FF7 world, FF7 franchise, I don't think Clive would last. I don't think Cloud will last against Clive in a one-on-one, mano-a-mano fight, especially when you're dealing with someone who actually has the power to transform into a god, quote unquote. This goes to Clive. Sorry, Cloud, you lose this one. Next up is, this is going to be very subjective. I mean, this whole topic is subjective, to be fair with you guys. This whole topic is basically what I think, and then you guys get to determine whether you agree or don't agree, and leave in the comment section why you don't or why you do. Character development, right? So character development is going to be based on how believable the stories are, how believable the growth of each protagonist is in regards to, do we see ourselves in this character? Similar to the last video I posted, which you'll probably find here up in this section, about trauma and about how trauma is like a really compelling plot for character development. I think in this scenario, it's mostly going to be about, okay, which character do I fuck with the most? Who do I care about the most? Clive and his story about him being betrayed by everyone, him being betrayed by his mom, losing his brother. Well, thought he lost his brother, losing his dad, losing his life per se, and also being a slave, as opposed to Cloud. I'm trying not to go into spoilers, but Cloud's story also is very traumatic as well, especially in regards to why Cloud is the way he is. Especially if you haven't played the FF7 original game, you probably won't understand that now. But if you have, you get where I'm trying to come from. And I think in this regard, I would give this to Clive. Simply because, similar to the video I posted last time, trauma is such a compelling plot point. It's such a compelling narrative device used to actually compel us to actually believe in an underdog. Cloud goes through trauma while dealing with Sephiroth. Clive goes through trauma while dealing with the world. Him existing is trauma in itself. Now, him being an icon as well is trauma in itself, because with the whole world of how FF16 has been set up, people who have magic, which makes no fucking sense if you ask me, are the slaves. Meanwhile, motherfuckers like us who actually don't have any power, they're like, oh, you snob. Hey. It's like, dog, I would wipe the shit out of you, fam. What are you on about? But I think it's fair to say that this isn't a fair argument, but at the same time, it's my argument. So therefore, it's something that you guys have to discuss as well. But I think I'm going to go with Clive on this one. I think I'm going to go with Clive just because of the situations in Clive's this touching and more touching what is exactly going on in the world right now in regards to discrimination, in regards to just you fighting against the man, you trying to make a name for yourself. People always putting you down because they're always obviously afraid of who you're going to become. You know, that whole kind of thing. So yeah, this is going to be Clive as well. Now you would think that's going to be the end of the video because, okay, this is meant to be a versus. So if Cloud is winning, if there are 3 points, Clive has 2, Cloud has 0. What could you're probably thinking, what on earth is probably the final winning point? Oh boy. Now, if you've been waiting for the actual final points that we're talking about, we're talking about Riz. We're talking about game. We're talking about who gets the most bodies, who fucks, who doesn't, who's actually clapping cheeks, who isn't. I know a lot of you are like, what the fuck are you on about, Senzu? Like, the fuck are you saying? What do you mean about Riz? Riz in Final Fantasy? I've never heard of that. Well, hold on. Now, if anyone's around my age, below the age of 27, Gen Z, even millennials to a degree, y'all should know what Riz is. Game. Who has more? Game. Who gets more women? Not bitches, not hoes, women. We say women here. Yeah. The obvious answer would be Cloud. Because even written in the story, yes, you can say Aerith wasn't really with Cloud because Aerith was actually Zack's babe, but at the same time, Aerith also saw Zack in Cloud. Maybe that's why she was like, oh, I'm interested in you, but I'm not really interested in you like that. And then Tifa as a baddie, we all know the story with Tifa and Cloud. Then you also have Jessie, who was also such a big deal with Cloud and always flirting. Shout out to my guy Taekwondo, man. That's a YouTuber I've been watching. And there's something he uses similar to like Jujutsu Kaisen about Malevolent Shrine, domain expansion. When a guy has domain expansion, when someone has domain expansion, it's like, oh no, I bring in all the hoes, women. I bring in all the women around me. Clive does have a compelling point in this because everywhere you go, women are always looking at him like, yes, you're a slave, but at the same time, I would clap cheeks. Yeah, this is wild. This is wild. But yeah, so in this scenario, who would I give the points to in regards to who has more Riz? Clive or Cloud? Clive or Cloud? That's for you guys to figure out. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you leave in the comment section down below what you guys think of this particular last point. Put your thoughts, put your discussions. Let's go crazy on this. Let's make this wild. Thank you guys for watching this whole month of all my Final Fantasy content, talking about Final Fantasy. And now, this video is probably going to come out before Final Fantasy VII Rebirth comes out, which I will be playing. Am I going to review it? Who knows? But I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Comment in the comment section down below what you guys think. I want to see your argument points. Let's be nice. Let's not be rude. Let's be nice. I want to see your argument points. I want to see what you guys think. I want to see what you guys believe. Thank you for watching this video once again. I'd like to see you soon.